Hi everybody, happy noontime. This is Judy Tuttle from Tuttle Up Stamping. I have some fun cards to show you today using the Meadow Suite. I have 3 cards. You can get these 3 cards in a kit. You can actually make 2 of each of them in the kit with any $35 order this week. I chose this suite today, first of all, because it's been out for about a month and it is beautiful. It is really a gorgeous suite, but it's also almost all available in the online store right now, except for the gems, and I'm going to show you a great substitute for that as well. So let's get started. I'm going to make sure I have you all ready to go on my computer here. I don't know about y'all. Are you guys ready are you ready for Christmas? My dog is over here making scratching noises on the floor and it's kind of annoying me. Okay, sorry for the distraction. Are you guys ready for Christmas? Hi, Roz. I am about 80% ready. I have not wrapped any gifts yet, but that's on my list to do today. And I am excited because my son and daughter-in-law are coming in from Iowa, and they are going to be here on Saturday. So I might have to end up putting my dog outside because he's been so quiet all morning, and for some reason, as soon as I get live, he decides it's time to start making noise and that sort of thing. So I'm going to pull him right here by me. Sit down right there, buddy. Okay, so sorry about all that distraction. Okay, so I'm fully on you guys now. I think I have figured out my camera problems I've been having. I am streaming through my Meta Business Suite, and they have the button there to turn everything around. So hopefully I won't be stamping upside down today, but I will make sure that that is all correct before I get started. What you should know is that our holiday catalog is leaving us at the end of next week. But this is what's coming in. It's so exciting. So Celebration is something Stampin' Up! Only does once a year now, January and February. For every $50 you spend in this bright pink, beautiful spring to summer, January to April catalog, which is just packed full with so many fun things, you can get something for free in the Celebration catalog. So that's always fun. I sent these catalogs out last week to anybody who was a customer of mine in the last year who have spent $50 or more with me. You get them for free. If you would like to get your hands on these catalogs, I'd be happy to send them to you. PM me and we'll talk about how I can get them in your hands. Okay, I'm excited to show you stuff out of here. Hi, Nels, how are ya? So excited to see you. I don't know if I've ever had you come. Hi, Mary. This is so exciting. Lots of my favorite people coming on right now. So I barely got, and now I have, yep, I hear you, Roz. Like it's like no, never ending, right? Okay, so first things first, how about a giveaway? If your name is Jeannie Gray Bennett Carlson, you are getting my cards from 2 weeks ago because the person who did win the cards last week did not claim them. So they can be yours, Jeannie, if you would like. These are the cards that I made with that fun thermos set, Heartworm Wishes, I think is what it was called. And I designed 2 really cute cards and a little gifty pouch with that. So if your name is Jean Gray Bennett Carlson, I would love to get these in your hand. You just need to PM me with your address, all right? Okay, so what else do we need to talk about? I think that's it right now. I think we'll go right into stamping, and let's see if I can make this happen and get everything turned around the right way. Let's see what happens when I flip this. I might need to flip one more thing for us. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. I need to push that little button right there. Yay, look at that. It's like magic. So Melissa, I've been struggling for weeks and weeks to get this turned so I don't have to stamp upside down. And it is looking pretty good, except it's a little cockeyed here. Hi, Chels. Hi, Jen. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so Melissa at some point and Jen at some point, you guys are going to have to help me learn some camera magic here. So we are going to let that be. And I'm going to turn this a tiny bit more. There we go. Good job. Okay, so today we are doing 3 cards using the Garden Meadow Suite. And this suite has this stunning 6x6 paper pack. Beautiful landscapes. Here, let me show you a little bit better instead of just flipping through like that. Beautiful landscapes. And here's the deal. When you're working with landscapes like this that are very colorful and busy, you don't want to muddy your cards up with too much stuff on them, right? Look at this. It's very Monet-ish looking, I think. And these were all hand painted by Stampin' Up's graphic artists. Isn't that beautiful? And then the back sides are all these like really subtle prints. Hi, Cindy. Thanks for watching. Hey, Jeannie. I don't know if you pronounce your name Jeannie or Jean, but you won the cards that I gave away today. So be sure to PM me your address, and I'll get those in the mail to you. Look at these. Beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? I love the purples in that. So this is the 6x6 paper pack that comes with the suite that I'm going to be showing you today. I love it. And I like the subtle backgrounds as well. This is called Meandering Meadows 6x6 paper pack. Now, if you go to look through the catalog, you are not going to find these papers because these are part of the online exclusives that this whole suite is a part of. So it includes the Garden Meadow stamp set. It includes the dies. It includes the paper and this ribbon that is called, pecan pie polyester ribbon. And it has just a tiny little, you guys can see that, a tiny little strip of pecan pie in this. It's a nice weight. It looks heavy, but it ties beautifully. It comes with that. And it also should come with these brass birds and dragonflies. But these are sold out until the end of next month. So, what would be a really good substitute for that would be these you can tell I've been using these, brushed brass butterflies, okay? You could easily substitute the brushed brass, that is hard to say, brushed brass butterflies for the adhesive back dragonflies and birds, okay? These would make the perfect substitution for that. All right, so let's get started. The cards I'm making today were part of a team meeting that I had last night. If you're on my team, once a month we meet and we provide make and takes for everyone on the team. These cards were actually designed by my mentor, Rhonda, and she gives me permission to use these with you guys. So I hope you will enjoy my cards for today. Let me pull them out one at a time here. Here we go. So if you love these cards and you would like a kit that would make 6 of these cards, I would be happy to get it in your hands with any $35 purchase in my online store. So I'm starting the first card with a card base of thick white cardstock, 4 1/4 by 11, scored in the middle at 5 1/2, and I'm going to fold that vertically like this. I'm going to grab my bone folder and give it a really good crease right there. And then I've already embossed for you a panel of basic white, and I use the Basics 3D embossing folders. These are also an online exclusive. It comes with this one. It comes with an embossing folder that looks like stars, and it comes with an embossing folder that has polka dots on it that I'm sure you've seen me use before. So this panel is cut 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to add that right there to the top of this thick white cardstock. Okay, so let me grab my seal here, and I'm going to be honest, I prefer to, when I'm using an embossed pattern, I prefer to put my adhesive on the base because I don't want to push out any of that beautiful embossing that I just put in that panel right there. Okay, so this is kind of a crosshatch design. Can you see that? Okay, Mary, I will give you a call. I'd be happy to call you. These are so beautiful, aren't they, Chelsea? Chelsea's part of my team, and so she got to make these last night. And then I'm using this piece of that designer series paper. It kind of has a curvy path, lots of purple, some black, dark colors in there. And I'm going to adhere this to this black panel, and the black panel is cut 2 1/2 by 5 1/2. No, 2 1/2 by 5 1/4. And the DSP is cut, I said 2 1/2, 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. And this one is cut 3 by 5 1/4. So that's going to leave a little 1/4 inch space on either side of that. And I'm going to adhere this to that embossed piece. Well, first to the black and then to that embossed piece. So I want to hear from you guys out there. Give me a percentage, because you know I'm a former math person. Mel's, if you're still here, you can do percentages. What percentage are you done with your Christmas shopping? I got most of mine done last week, and I would say that I am about 80% done. About 80% done with my Christmas shopping. I'm 0% done with my gift wrapping, but hopefully by tonight, I'm going to move this over just a little bit. I'm trying to center it on that embossed piece. There we go. Press that down. That looks, isn't that just so pretty? And you guys, that's it. This designer series paper is so pretty that Jen says 99% making cards out. Yes, I hear you. There we go. So pretty, right? Okay, so I cut a label from the Stylish Shapes dies. You guys know I use these Stylish Shapes almost every single week of my life. Literally, I keep them right here on my desk all the time so that I don't have to. Cindy's 85% done. Oh, Melissa. Melissa's 100% done, but she wants to buy more. I hear your pain. You know what? This is really embarrassing, but I'm going to admit it to you guys. I'm going to grab my foam mat here. Anytime you're stamping with photopolymer stamps, you need to use this foam mat underneath it. It just helps give it the cushion that it needs to stamp really nicely. Do you guys go into stores this time of year and find about 100 things you want for yourself? I hope I'm not the only person that does that. I'm like, oh, I would really like that for myself. And I'm like, don't buy it. You shouldn't be buying for yourself right now. My little angel devil on my shoulder is telling me not to do it, but deep in my heart, I really just want to buy some things for myself. Or take pictures of them and send them to my husband or my kids and say, you know what, I was in Home Goods today and I really liked this. Home Goods is my danger zone. I love stuff for my house, and I love entertaining, and they've got so many great entertaining things. Okay, so I stamped that. I can't imagine having a better friend. And then I'm going to put this label inside my little mini cutter here, and I'm just going to chop off the end, the left side. And I'm going to pop that up right here on my card. Oh, you're better than me, Melissa. What are you wanting this year, Melissa? I put some interesting things on my list. I want a food processor, but I don't want a huge, ginormous food processor. I'm cooking more now that I'm retired, and I don't want something that's going to take up a lot of room on my counter. So I'm popping this up with dimensionals, and I'm going to attach it right here at the bottom of my card on the left side, about an inch from the bottom right there. Okay, and then all I need to do is grab some of these brass embellishments, and I'm going to grab my take your pick tool, and I'm just going to scatter some birds up here in the air. Pretty, right? Here's another one. Right, maybe right there. And then down here at the bottom, I'm going to pop on a little dragonfly right there. And that, you guys, that's all there is to that card. Isn't that fun? Okay, I know I have a little, here it is, strip. Now, like I said, these brass birds and dragonflies are not available right now, but you know what is? The brass butterflies. So these would be just as cute scattered around the back of that card as well. Maybe I'll even use them on the next one. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm taking just a piece of that designer series paper, and I'm just going to add it right here to the inside of my card just to give a little interest so the inside isn't boring. You know, we don't like boring insides of cards, that's for sure. So I'm going to add a strip of designer series paper here right to the inside. I asked for a food processor. I asked for some cycling shoes. I don't know if you guys know. Hi, Sue. Thanks for joining. Clothes and shoes. Yeah, so I've started going to a place here in Midland called the Cycle Bar. It is like a spin class on steroids, and I like it more than I imagined. Isn't that pretty? So that is card number 1 right there. That's the first card. You'll get everything you need to make 2 of these in your kit. So I already know who I'm going to give this to, so that's super fun. Okay, so my second card is another one that has a Highland Heather card base, and so pretty, isn't it? Do you guys like purples? I like purples. So Highland Heather is one of my favorite colors. I like purples and I like greens. So that must be why I love this. Sweet, because there's a lot of purple and green in it. Hi, Jenny. Thanks. Hey, Sue. It's snowy in Ohio, huh? It is not snowy in Midland, Texas. But I tell you what, we just got over a rain that lasted like days, and I thought I was going to lose my mind. I'm not kidding. It was raining and raining and raining, and I was like, ugh, I don't know if I can take much more of this, but, you know, I survived somehow. So I cut a piece of that designer series paper, and this one is cut 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, and this is cut 4 by 5 1/2. I'm gonna look how pretty that is on that. This is a bubble gum panel, and I'm going to adhere those two panels together right like that, okay? Those clouds on that back side are pretty too. I love the purples and the blues that are in this paper. It just is so, so pretty. Oh, well, that's good. No accumulation is my kind of snow. So those of you who have just met me, I just moved after living in Lincoln, Nebraska for 33 years. I just moved to Midland, Texas this last summer, and I don't miss snow. I don't. I'm not a winter person. I definitely love warm weather. I'm part reptile. You know, it's been in the 60s here. We did have that little bout of rain, which was kind of annoying, but it's all okay. It's all okay. Oh, you guys, I'm loving that I'm not stamping upside down. How exciting is that? Okay, so I have a piece of vellum that I cut out with the nested labels dies. That's another one that I use all the time. If you're looking for just some great labels, I would get the nested essential labels, and I would get the stylish shapes labels. Those are the two that I use the most, but they're coming out with some new ones in the mini too that are beautiful. So we're going to get another fun assortment. So I'm putting adhesive just right down the middle of this vellum because I know I'm going to cover it up with a punch here in just a moment. So I'm just going to adhere that right there. Okay, and then I'm going to take my stronger adhesive here. I'm going to go down the middle of that again right there. And I'm going to grab that ribbon that is part of this suite. That ribbon that I just had in my hand. Here it is, right here. And I'm going to zigzag this across this ribbon right here. So I'm going to lay it like that. I'm going to press it in. I'm going to twirl it. Press it again. I'm going to twirl it. Press it again. And let it just lie right like that. I'm going to grab my scissors. Isn't it so pretty, Sue? I know. I love it. And it's great for spring. Maybe it's good that I hadn't shown it yet because we're not, I say great for spring. Isn't that funny? Because now that I live in Midland, it feels like it's spring. It feels like it's spring already. Okay, so I have a scrap of white here. I have two scraps of white, actually. On this one, I'm going to grab my hexagon punch. I should have that right here beside me. And I am going to punch out using my heartfelt hexagon punch there. I love that punch. And I'm going to stamp that in Highland Heather. And what I'm going to stamp on this one is every day is a fresh start. So I'm inking up my Highland Heather, and at the top of it here, I'm going to stamp every day is a fresh start. There we go. So, so pretty, right? Now I've got some scraps of white here, and I'm going to get my Memento ink pad out, and I'm grabbing the birds that are sitting on a little bit of grass there, and I'm going to stamp these birds on this scrap piece of paper here in Memento Black because I'm going to use my blends and I'm going to color them here in just a bit. All right, put that aside. Thank you. Tell me, is it Jeannie or Jean? Jean or Jeannie? Jeannie Gray Bennett Carlson. Tell me how you pronounce your name. Is it Jeannie or just Jean? I have another friend who spells her name exactly like yours, and she goes by Jeannie. So just wondering what what you go by. Okay, so I'm going to start with my light. I always start with the light, and I'm going to color these birds all this light pecan pie is the blend that I'm using. Am I in the camera? Yes, I am, but I can move up a little bit here. Using the light pecan pie. And I am not a bird person, so I have no idea what kind of birdies these are. These are just cute birdies. I'm going to call them cute little birdies. And then I'm going to take my dark, and I'm just going to come in here where their wings are and just add a little dark to those areas. There we go. All right, there's my little birdies. And I'm going to grab my Granny Apple Green. It's a quail. Oh, there we go. Thank you. I should have known that because it has the little curly Q on top, right? Okay. There's my Granny Apple Green, and I'm just using the light color on that. And now I'm grabbing my die cutting machine over here and my dies. And I am gonna die cut out those birds with the matching die right here. So this will fit, look, right on top of it. It's like magic. It's like there's really smart engineers at Stampin' Up that design these dies. Smart people there at the Stampin' Up Innovation Lab. And I'm going to put that in place with a piece of Post-it note tape, you know, is my go-to for keeping my dies in place. Maybe one of these days we'll get our magnetic platform back again. I'm still using an old one. There we go. There's my little quails. Aren't those cute? And I'm just going to attach those. Jean. I'm guessing you spelt it the same way again. So I'm guessing it's Jean. And okay, so I'm going to add a couple of dimensionals to the back side of this. So I'll tell you what our plans are. Like I said, my son and his wife are coming in from Iowa on Saturday. They will be here till the following Friday, which is super exciting. I'm sure we'll go see movies. One night we're having some new friends from Midland over for a game night. It was always a tradition of ours in Lincoln to gather with friends either at our house or their house and play games sometime during the Christmas break. And so we will be doing that with some new friends here in Midland, just carrying on that game night tradition. So I don't know, I'll have to see what kind of games people here like. We like really fun, fast-paced games. We're a very competitive family. So we'll see if everybody else likes that. Okay, so this is going to go right on top of that, right like that. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back so it lays nicely over that ribbon. And so a game we love to play is called Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza. We love to play catchphrase. We love to play, we call it nouns. Some people call it fishbowl. It's a part charades, part categories, kind of guessing game. If it's only a small group, we like to play dominoes. We like to play 42 or Mexican train, either one. So there we go. Isn't this so pretty? Every day is a fresh start. I just love that. And I'm going to pull in a couple of those dragonflies from the embellishments, which are right over here. Or maybe, you know what? Why don't we use some of these brass butterflies since they are available. If you order a kit from me, I'm going to give you the birds and the dragonflies, okay? But just so you know, if you wanted to order some embellishments for yourself, these butterflies do the trick. They really do. So you don't have to wait 2 months for the birds and the dragonflies to come in if you wanted to make more of your own. So isn't that pretty? So what would I do on the inside of this? I would put a white panel, and I would probably cut a piece of that designer series paper. Let me put some adhesive on the back here. Oh, Tensies. I haven't. 4-point pitch. I love taco cat. Me too, Melissa. I'll have to bring it to Houston or to, where else are we going together? St. George. That's where I played it last time I played it, was in St. George. So I think you're going to St. George. So that would be a smaller environment for playing taco cat goat cheese pizza for sure. So every day is a fresh start. Do you guys love that one? I just love this sentiment. Some days you just need a fresh start, right? You just need a reset. I needed that one day last week, and I spent Wednesday just chilling, and you know what? I can't believe how much better I felt. So it's good to rest and relax for sure. Okay, so that is card number 2. I'll put that, Houston, wow. Mels, you and I are going to get everything we need from each other, aren't we? I love spending time with you. Okay, so the last card, let me grab it here, over here to the side, is going to be such a pretty card. Okay, this is going to be a birthday card. And, oops, I grabbed the wrong one. Here we go. This one right here is the one I want. Again, we're using thick basic white, which I love. This is cut 4 1/4 by 11 and scored down the middle at 5 1/2. And I'm folding that in half. I'm going to grab my bone folder, get a good little crease on the top there. Okay, next, one of the dies in the die set, and let me pull that out again right here, is this big arch right here. Now, the fun thing is, do you see how it has stitch designs all the way around the top and the inside? Jen, if you're still here, I think you're going to all of those things too. So, and I don't know if Melissa has ever met Jen, so 2 of my friends will get to meet each other this year. Okay, so this die cuts out this arch. Now it also cuts out a center arch that you can use on other cards, and or you can just cut out that center arch out of the designer series paper if you just want to add that detail. Okay, so the fun thing is it puts the stitches on the inside and the outside of that arch. So that is a cool detail of these dies. So what I'm going to do is lay this designer series paper right on top of my thick white here. Go right like that. Okay, so pretty. Love the purples and everything in that. And then I'm going to take this arch. Look at that. Oh, la, 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 la. It's going to lay right on top of that, right there. Okay, so I'm wondering, do I want to pop that up? Do I want to lay it flat and pop everything else up? I think I'm going to lay it flat this time. There we go. Maybe I should put a little on the sides here so it won't pop off. I hope to spend some time with my brother during the holidays. He lives in Fort Worth. My sister lives in Abilene, so we're hoping we see all of them. Isn't that so pretty? It's like you're in a villa in France and you're looking out the window, and it's just so beautiful, right? All right, so what I did is one of the dies right here in this die set is this fencing. And the back side, let's find which one it is, of one of these designer series paper is mostly brown. Let's see, right there. There it is, the very first one. So I used that fence die and cut a fence out of this brown side of this designer series paper. There's lots of subtleties of browns in there too, which kind of gives the effect of a fence, right? The wood on a fence. So I am going to take this and I'm just going to grab my liquid glue, which, you know, is always, whether it's going to come out on its own or whether I'm going to have to poke it with a pin. I keep some little pins here because these green glues, they easily get globbed up. They work great, okay? So I'm not complaining about how they work at all. But I keep these pins here so I can just declog them every once in a while. There we go. And I'm just going to add a very tiny bit of glue to the edges here. If I'm lucky, there we go. I've got it going. And I probably, honestly, do not put the lids on my glues as fast as I should. I'm kind of irresponsible with my glues. That's why I have to have those pins there. Okay, so I'm just adding a tiny little bit, just enough to adhere it right here to my front of my card right there. So, so pretty, right? Isn't that lovely? Then I'm going to do some stamping on some scrap white piece of paper right here. And I'm going to stamp 2 flower stamps in Memento Black ink. I've got some tall kind of lavendery looking flowers and some shorter, maybe daisy type flowers going on there. So I'm going to stamp both of them on the same stamp. Do you guys ever do that? Put more than one stamp on an ink pad, ink block, so that you can stamp them both at once. There we go. Beautiful. Now, how am I going to color these? That is a good question. I'm going to color my flowers here in Highland Heather. These lavender, I don't know if it's lavender, but purple spiky flowers anyway. There we go. So that's my light Highland Heather. And all I'm going to do with my dark is just add some little dots of that darker color in there to give it a little dimension. There we go. Beautiful. I'm going to take my Granny Apple Green and color my leaves here. So what movies are you guys excited to watch? I am excited to see Wonka. I've heard good things about it. Has anybody out there seen Wonka yet? I love the guy that's playing Wonka, and I can't remember his name. I feel like it's Timothy something. And he was in Little Women, and of course, that's one of the new Little Women, the newest Little Women. It's been out probably 4 or 5 years, which I watch at least once or twice a year and cry my eyes out every single time. Yes, I'm a glutton for punishment. But he plays the young Wonka. So this Wonka is the prequel to the Willy Wonka movie. Not the creepy one with the Pirates of the Caribbean guy, but the old one that is less creepy. So anyway, I'm excited to see that. My son and I share, and well, really all of our family really loves going to movies. So I know I want to too, Melissa. I think it's going to be good. I don't really know what else is coming out. And so many things nowadays are streamed, right? So I saw the new Meg Ryan and David Duchovny movie, and I was kind of disappointed, and I love both of them. Two of my favorite movies that of course, Meg Ryan, I've got Sleepless in Seattle on my TV right now, ready for me to watch. It's probably my favorite movie of all time. And I love Return to Me, which is the one that David Duchovny's in. These are both very old movies. Okay, so I'm going to die cut these over here on my die cutting machine right next to me. But I was disappointed in it. I don't know. I actually even fell asleep, which is sad because I really wanted to see it for a long time. So I'm going to put this one, you know what? I'm going to put dimensionals on both of them because I just want to. And it was sad. I don't know. It just was kind of slow moving and I was hoping for something different, I think. So anyway, as if anybody cares my opinion on these things. But if you did care, that would be my feeling about the new What Happens Next, I think is the name of it. It's streaming on Amazon, I believe. And, okay, so I'm going to put this one right here next to that one. Isn't that pretty? And this one is just going to say, Happy Birthday. Why do I throw things around, you guys? Okay, so I cut this label out from the Something Fancy dies, another set of dies that have really good sentiments on it. And I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday in Memento Black ink on that little label. Sleepless in Seattle is my all-time favorite. I also love You've Got Mail and While You Were Sleeping with Sandra Bullock. I love all of those movies. I love The Holiday, the movie The Holiday during this time of year too. Okay, let's see if I can do this without getting my head totally in. There we go. Happy birthday in the screen. All right, so I'm going to pop this up right here on the front of my card, right like that, with some dimensionals. I love Little Women. If you haven't seen the newest version of Little Women, it is really good. The guy who plays Laurie is the same guy that plays this young Wonka. So you will love it. But bring your tissues because it's really sad. If you haven't seen any of the versions of Little Women, you haven't lived. So, but I like the most recent one. Haley Mills' Summer Magic is one. Oh, I need to watch that one. I don't know if I've watched that one yet. Okay, so here's my happy birthday card. And I am going to scatter on a couple of our dragonflies. Okay, so you guys know you can get a kit to go. I will include the dragonflies and where do I want to put this? I think I want to put this one right there. And maybe another one down here a little closer to the flowers. Right there. And I like 3, so I'm going to add one more, maybe flying up here in the sky. There we go. So cute, huh? What? Your friend's friend, okay, your friend's friend was Timothy's hand double in Little Women. That's hilarious that people would need a hand double, right? That's funny. Why does that make me laugh? I don't know, but it does. A hand double. Your friend's friend, your friend's friend must have beautiful hands to get to be a hand double. That reminds me of the Seinfeld where George was the hand model, and then he ran into an iron and burned his hand and lost his career. So I'm going to take this strip, just like I did on that first card, and add it to the inside here to give a little detail. Trim that edge off. And you guys, those are 3 very simple cards, right? So pretty. So this week's deal is if you place an order of $35 or more in my online store, I will give you a kit to make 2 of each of these cards. And if you spend more than $35, if you spend $50 or more, I will add a pack of embellishments to your kit as well. So let me move my camera back up here. I'm very happy that I figured it out. I read a lot of blogs on how to flip the camera over, and yay, I figured it out. I'm so excited about that. So thanks for joining me. I'm always humbled and grateful that you want to spend your time with me. And I'm so happy that so many of my friends are watching with me today. And if you're out there in Cyberland, thank you for watching as well. I'm just so internally grateful for all your support. If you've placed an order of $50 or more with me in the last year, you should be getting catalogs in the mail. I've sent all of those out. And you should be getting a Christmas card from me with a little special coupon inside to get a discount next week if you want to place an order next week. So God bless everybody. Merry Christmas. I will not be online next Monday, and I will not be online. Well, that's a lie. I will be online on January the 1st. I am doing 30 days of Facebook Live starting January the 1st. I'm going to go the whole month and do Facebook Lives the whole month leading up to my birthday on January 31st. So not long videos like this one, just short little clips. I want to show you celebration items and mini catalog items. So I'm going to come on every day and do a little Facebook Live for you every day in January. So be looking for me on January the 1st. I don't know if I'll be live or if I will pre-record it. I know I'm not going to be home on January 1st, so I'm guessing I will pre-record it. So God bless. Have a Merry, Merry Christmas, everybody, and I will see you in 2024. Bye-bye.